You know what? The best part of farming runes in Elden Ring is not actually having to do it. And that's exactly what we're going to be showing you. Today we're going to be going over an AFK rune farm, where you can get hundreds of thousands of runes without actually having to do a single thing. This location is easily the best AFK farming area in all of Elden Ring now. This is going to be the best spot for you. If maybe you're wanting to watch a movie or something on Netflix, and you really just don't want to be running back and forth dodging a ball, or perhaps you're working from home, and it would be bad if you, I don't know, were playing Elden Ring all day while you were supposed to be working, but you can still play Elden Ringing, get a whole bunch of XP while you're getting your job done. And sometimes this AFK rune farm will last like 30 minutes. Sometimes it'll last 10, sometimes it'll last 2. It is prone a little bit to glitching, but sometimes it will just last forever, and you can just sit here and your mimics, Vale acting like a freaking statue, and just rake in tons of runes. The last time that I did this, I was able to get 125,000 runes before I ended up just leaving the area. I think it also had broken. We're gonna go over exactly how to unlock this particular rune farm extremely easy, because it does involve defeating a rather difficult boss to be able to get here. Now, unfortunately, to unlock this particular rune farm, we need to defeat Star's Gorge Radon, and you're in luck. I've got a way to cheese it, so anybody should be able to beat it with relative ease. Now I do have a separate video going, far more in depth on how to take down Star Scorch Radon if you want to check that out. I'll leave it linked in the description below. But essentially we need to head into Khalid, following this road all the way down until you get to the Khaled Highway South. From here, you're gonna head just a little bit farther south to the Cathedral of the Dragon Communion. From here you're going to want to go to the altar, and you're gonna want to pick up something called Rotten Breath. You're gonna need to give this altar a dragon heart to be able to unlock it, but it is so good. Now this particular spell causes Scarlet Rot, and all you need to do is hit Radon 2 times in phase 1 with this to be able to take him down to half health, and then 2 times in phase 2 to be able to kill him. Now before you go in, you're gonna want to make sure that you have one of your incantation equipment, your finger seals, equipped on your right hand, so that way you can easily cast the spell when you need to. Now you're also gonna want to have a few of your flasks set for FP region, and once you get inside, the main goal is to just not get hit. He's gonna be shooting these purple arrows at you that you can dodge through or under, and then you're going to start reviving your fallen friends. So keep dodging these purple arrows, and you can also use the weapons that are in the field to be able to actually absorb one of the hits. Once you revive the big bull dude, he's gonna start shooting arrows up in the air. You can actually just block these with your shield, and then continue dodging the purple bolts, or get completely blasted by one, whichever your heart desires. Just try not to die. It's okay if you get hit by 1 or 2 of them, but the shield does work really well for these arrows. If you're very far away, we're going to revive this last friend over here to be able to be a healer, and then from here we're gonna hop on our horse. We're going to run in and pick up this last friend. And now we do have our finger seal equipped, and we have Rotten Breath ready to go. We're going to be patient and wait for an opening behind Radon to run in and apply 1 level of this Rotten Breath. We need to apply 2 of them, so do it and then run away, cause sometimes this will cause him to aggro you rather than the friends. And the goal is to just keep running from him until he starts focusing on your friends anymore. Basically, this is a game of sacrifice. We're sacrificing our friends to live. This is a game of patience. If you try and rush in too soon, you might just die. So there we go, he's aggroed his friends again. And what we can do now is just run in, get an opening behind him. We have to apply 2 levels in each phase. There's 2 phases to this fight, and each time, we need to hit him with at least 2 Rotten Breaths. That's all we need to do is 2. Now that we've hit him with 2, he's actually taking damage every second. This is gonna take him all the way into phase 2. And our main goal right here is to just keep running away until he disappears off the map. If at any point in time he starts just chasing you again, just keep running away. And once he hits about halfway health, or just below half, he's gonna disappear. You'll hear the music get quieter, which means he's kind of vanished. You can run around and gather up your friends. but he's gonna come like a freaking meteor out of the sky, and you just need to run away from the direction that he's falling in. He's gonna hit the ground. And now you have entered base 2. At this point in time, what I do is I just keep running away from them, making sure I revive all of our fallen friends, so that way they can be the focus of his hatred. I don't recommend running into him. He can easily one-shot you in this phase. If you keep running away from him, and kind of at an angle, then you shouldn't get hit by any of his ranged attacks, or anything like that, but the main goal is just patience in this phase. I know it looks like he's almost dead, but he can go crazy in this particular one. There we go, now he's focused on our friends, and this allows us to have an opening to apply our first level of Rotten Breath. Basically, when he disappears, it resets all the debuffs on him, so we have to reapply Rotten Breath. We hit him once, we're just gonna run away very quickly, and wait until we verify that he has aggroed our friends once again, which it looks like he has. But I'm just gonna go around and make sure that we revive everything that we can, because sometimes even when he's aggro to your friends, if you run into him, he'll like charge at you and like, I don't even know what kind of attack it is. I've just died instantly. So I've learned it at this phase 2 in particular. Patience is very, very much key. I'm gonna run around the edge of this here, just to make sure there's no more friends. And then, we're gonna try and just come at them from the back, and apply our last level of Rotten Breath, which should allow us to easily defeat Radon. Once Radon's been defeated, you're gonna head over to the corner of this particular area, to the War Dead Catacombs. It's gonna be right along the beach here, and you can open up this door and go inside. From here, we're just going to pick up this Site of Grace, and you can rest at it, and then we're gonna head down these stairs. Now the crazy thing about this is, sometimes it'll last 10 minutes, sometimes it'll last hours. It is very much prone to breaking, but if you're doing stuff around the house, and just don't feel like, dodging a ball or fighting things, you can get a lot of other things done, while just passively gaining XP, go spawning and continuously killing each other. And that's why I really like this, cause quite frankly, I like doing multiple things at a time. It does take a little while for them to die, so we can go down these stairs. But when they do, and we're gonna spawn the ones down at the bottom, you do get around like 3000 XP. Then from here we're going to go back up. Well, 3600 XP per kill, which is pretty nice. And then we're going to sit on the stairs right here. And right now we do have the gold scarab equipped. Now this seems to be, so if you don't know how to get this, the best spot that I have found. I have another video on how to get a bunch of items to be able to keep this, or 2 items that will drastically boost your XP, actually working as long as possible, without actually ever getting attacked, or runes in Elden Ring. And you can see here that some of these soldiers are spawning up top, the spot right here, and then I kind of just tilt my camera down. The hope is that they would, to where they spawn when you're in this spot, end up falling down to the bottom to continue fighting. You can just use the Mimic's Veil if you want. So this one might end up breaking, but you don't really need to, but we'll see how long it lasts. But this is really all there is to it. But you can experiment with different spots in here. Just sit here, collect XP as long as you can before it breaks, with the Mimic's Veil to really try. Then just reset it up for yourself, and find the best way to keep all of these, and continue collecting XP.